First of all, I need to thank Bala for giving me an opportunity to come up on this stage and talk about something which is so interesting. Uh, First thing when he reached out to me to talk about this subject, the words that rang in my mind, it is time. At last, it is time. You might be wondering why I'm talking about, why did she even say it is time? You know, it took me 7 long years to accept and come onto the stage and say, it's okay. It's completely okay to be a single parent. It is okay if your child doesn't have a perfect family. It's perfectly okay for a mother to stand up and announce that you are a single mother. It's perfectly okay, right? So with this being the precursor to my topic about single parenting, what it takes, what's the journey, and what's the experience, I have lived it to an extent that I can express, and I may not be the perfect kind. There are many people who are still living through it in various phases of their life, but somewhere I don't regret what I have brought on stage today. And I hope there would be some takeaway for you all as you hear through what I have to say and share. So before I step into all that, let me give you a quick, a minute introduction about myself. I'm Hima Bindu. I'm 37-year-old single mother. I am an IT professional. I work as a senior program manager in a very reputed company, IBM. I've been working for the Cloud Services Organization. To add on to my deepest passion, I'm a performing classical Bharatanatyam dancer as well. And today, I perform as well. Okay. So overall this, I might be this, I've been given a title, I've been doing something I like. You know what really satisfies me today? I am a mother of an 11-year-old smart boy called Nishant Kumar. And today he's going to listen to the truth, just as you all are going to do today. He's pretty much sitting there. Yeah. So let me quickly start off. I have a quick question for you all. Before I get into this topic, it's very deep. I'm not sure how many of you will really understand what I'm going to speak, but I want to just get a sense. So what do you think is single parenthood mean? What does it mean? Just give me a word or two what you think about it. Anybody? Just say something. Who is a single parent? Sorry, ma'am? Okay. And? Divorce, okay. There's adoption, there is divorce. Who else? Separated is, I'll put it into the divorce, yeah. Independently raising a child, okay. Anyone? Anything else?
Can the audience participate a bit more, please? See, it's a subject which is, again, an epidemic of tomorrow. Okay?
Alone? Superb. Superb. Yes. Very good. Very good. So, very well said. Very well. Everybody are aware. So let's talk about it, right? So there are identifiable 4 kinds of single parenthood today that exists with us. If nobody is aware, let me start touching about it. First kind is a widow. I'm touching about a woman being a parent here for all good reasons because it's more challenging and I'm not demeaning the other side of it. But since I have lived like a woman as a single parent, I would have more insights to share. So keeping that as the context, these are the 4 types. One is a widow whose, of course, husband is died and she needs to take the full responsibility. The second type is a divorcee who's divorced her husband because they are not in great terms with each other. That was a decision they've taken. The third type is a very interesting type. I think one of you all mentioned where forced by circumstances. The husband stays abroad, okay? And the woman has to become the man in the house. Not by choice. It is by a circumstance. You have to take it up. It's a responsibility. The fourth type is very interesting. Husband stays in the house, wife stays in the house, family looks absolutely perfect from outside. But inside, the woman has to do two-person's job to make the ends meet. Why is it so? You think that doesn't exist? It's no harm on people because everybody have perfect families, but there are places and families that I have encountered who do live like this as well. This was something that I learned through my years of being a single parent. Let me be honest, I have met each one of this kind through my journey today. This 7 years of me being alone, I have met people and I've recognized and empathized with what they're living through. And let me tell you which kind I belong to. I have divorced my husband for all good reasons because it's important that two individuals, when you're not getting along, take the right decision and move on. Do not compromise and say, for the child, we will stay. Let me give you a very quick insight about what my grandmother did, right? So, very middle-class family, not a high-fi, money-spending kind of an environment. Very simple, orthodox, conservative family is where I come from. And hence, dance became a part of it because of all my mother's support that she wanted to see her dreams through me. And let me tell you, even I do not have a father physically present when I was growing up. And yes, to some extent, my mother became the iron lady of the house, managing me. So I recognize all these things very easily. With that said, quickly, back to the thought process. My grandmother said, I was into marriage 25 years. It's very important. Dance, everything, wrap it up. You need to get married. Okay, we get married. We get arranged marriage, right? The only reason I got married to him was he just gave me a go-ahead that you can dance. You can continue your dancing and everything will be fine. Everything is a promise. Everything is a commitment. And every time that slips, you always question yourself, am I doing the right thing, right? So the marriage, into 1 year, I had to stop dancing. I had to stop dancing. Once again, I had to stop getting to work. Because those commitments and requirements and expectations start growing. So I went to my grandmom and said, am I doing the right thing? What do you think I should do? It's 1.5 years into marriage and I'm not feeling happy about it. Somewhere I feel I'm doing, but I'm not feeling complete. What should I do? She said, you know what? Have a child. That's the best thing. I'm sure each one of you all would have gone through this, that having a child solves the problem. Do you believe that? Have you all heard it? Who all have heard this? Having a child relieves the problem, right? Okay, I have a guy saying that. Let me tell you, truth of the fact as it is, it doesn't solve the problem. It magnifies your problem. If you as couples are not together on the same goal and vision, it magnifies your problems. Children do not solve your problems. You're bringing another life to magnify your problem and make it more difficult for the new life to live. Please reconcile before taking such decisions. So, with that said, I had a kid. But do I regret that? Honestly, no, because I have a purpose in life today. I have a child to look forward for, and I'm bringing him up. So with that said, let me quickly go on to these 4 types of women I met in my life, and I recognize and empathize with them. The first type is myself. I was divorced when I was in my early 30s, I think. Or not early 30s, it was 28 or something. And when I realized that I had to get into this volatile life of being alone, I fall flat on my face. Nobody to consult, nobody to give me a clarity what is going to happen next. Well, how will I rear up the child? What about my finances? Do I have an ecosystem to help him? I felt trashed. I completely felt there was nothing that I could do, right? But no. One thing everybody should take away here is when you get into such kind of situations in life, look at the brighter side of it. There is a reason why this particular shift has happened for you, because you need to go through that purpose yourself. It is a learning for you. And through this journey of being a single mom, I literally transformed to what I was to what I am today, right? The fear, the depression, the anxiety, the challenges, and the way I would be is all transformed to being a better me. And might be it's good for me that I stood out alone, and it's the better thing and the best thing that could happen. Now, what I want you all to really take away here is, when you decide to take this, as a single parent. You need to think through certain things, which nobody told me. I went through it independently, so it was a hit and learn kind of a situation for me. You need to have a job. Do not take a role like this or split up like this or reconcile like this without having a decent job with a decent income. It will not work. You will need to depend on million and zillion people who you have to trust and leave your child with. So a support system is critical, okay? Job, financial stability, a support system, an ecosystem for your child is very critical. Last but not the least, your mental health is very, very critical. I really appreciated that girl who came and spoke about it. She really stole the words from my mouth. Your mental health, your emotional health, and your physical health, very, very critical. Even if one of these drops, your whole decision of being a single parent just gets muddled somewhere, right? The pressure as they're growing up, okay? So with that said, the widow is also a kind of a single parent, okay? Do not consider them as not. They are going through a lot of problems, and emotional and mental health becomes a problem even there for them. The third kind of a person who I met was this distant relationship. Just for everybody who know, I did meet with an accident. When you get into this kitchen accidents inside your kitchen, women, you need to be very careful. I literally was so occupied with what I was trying to do for a presentation at work, I left my fingers inside the mixer grinder. Yes, it happens. And yes, you can see a small little figure cut completely. But why am I talking to you about this? It's not because I had an accident. It's because there was a person I got to meet during this period when I was recovering, that his mom apparently had this father who stayed, her husband who stayed in very far, and he was abroad, and he would hardly come. She got that kid up, and he's the doctor now, right? And he's the one who treated me apparently. So the mother, how much she would have gone through, teaching, bringing him up, driving him down to school, making him a big man today, and he's a doctor today. You think it's impossible for a single parent to do it? No, it's not. It's all the way you think, the way you move forward. It's a good story. So I met that kind of a family as well. Now, the last kind was one of the employees. You know, when it doesn't work that way. You need to give a marriage a second chance. You're dealing with two different individuals. You cannot cut throats here, right? So when you're advising and that kind of a family, the problem she got to me was, my husband is not earning. He's very, he's especially a drunkard. He wants to party and all that stuff. My child has no support system because my mother-in-law and my father-in-law are not also healthy. They're very old. So I'm the one. I really need to know if I can skip the job or should I leave him? Will I get a good alimony? When you divorce, you get a good alimony. So I said very wrong thoughts. Very, very wrong thoughts. That's not how it works, right? So when you advocate about single parents, you need to be, first of all, proud and also enable them to not get into that situation unless it's deemed necessary. Now, my reasons for divorce are very different. Your reasons will be very different. You cannot match it with the same stick. You need to sit down and reassess, right? With that said, I quickly want to ask a question to the audience. Please give me 1 or 2 pointers. What do you think are the challenges of a single parent? What do you think they are? What are the challenges a single parent goes through? Just name them. Anything? Sorry, ma'am? Yeah. Yeah. Finances is the biggest one, biggest problem that comes to your mind. What else? Emotional stability. You have so much of feelings, so much of confusions. You don't know who to talk to. And yeah. Exactly. I was waiting for that. That was also good because it is very important, Society plays a major role today, okay? Let me be honest. The day I took a divorce, I did not realize that I would feel like an outcast very soon. within my own relatives and my own relations, they give you the harshana kumkuma and all that, then they just give it to you and they don't know whether to give or not. The confusions, this is happening. Let me tell you, this is happening. You know why? Society has created that weave, telling that you will only look complete if you are with a man. It's not necessary. A man will only be looked as a good person if he's having a woman next to him, or else he's basically astray. A child will only grow up well if you have a husband and a wife, and then only the whole family is knit. It's wrong. You know where is the problem? The society is what we make. The society is what we are growing today, our children. Today, you need to go back and think about the fact that how can we help families? Let me tell you, there are families with single parents existing today, showing a perfect outward appearance, but inside they know they are not so complete, right? Why are we thinking we are not complete? You are absolutely complete. You have everything and every plan in place to drive forward. Don't feel you're incomplete. Today, when I think the way society would think, I went into a marriage, by the way. I went into a marriage, and I have my son with me, and I thought they will not acknowledge, or they would act a little indifferent. Not really. They pulled me in. They were, please make Hima sit down, please do. You know what really drove them? The big designation I spoke about, Senior Program Manager, IBM Services, Cloud Migration, that drove them. You know why? Because they have children who have finished their degree. You know why? Because they know that I can really help them. So society works like this. You cannot drive your life and your economy with this. No. Tomorrow, if you are responsible, the only soul you're responsible is for your child. How you bring him up. You need to bring him up to accept such kind of families. When I was in school, the main question was, where's your father? Your father doesn't come for PTM. Yes, he doesn't come because he's abroad. I lived with this for 10 years in school. I lived with this. And you know what? I never felt I was incomplete. You know why? Because I lived with an ecosystem that did not make me feel incomplete. I had my grandparents, I had my uncles and aunts. Always there was a visit and go. There was always that busy, a busy house that kept me always occupied. And this thought would only come on the PTM day. Otherwise, I would never feel. And even my mom, today, there are times that you will lose your job. Let me tell you honestly, right? You have a job today, you will lose. When you lose it, you need to know how to sustain it. So you need to have a profession beyond your regular job in flow to manage yourself, okay? The reason I'm saying this is my mom endlessly, tirelessly, 57 years, today also is working proudly as a lawyer. She was working before to a company, and she had to quit because it's 56, you have to quit. You don't have a choice. What's your second career? Those ages, computers was a boom. So she learned computers. After that, what? Lawyer. That's the only paying profession. However old you are, you're 88, you will be getting cases, right? Today she earns. She has her own living. She doesn't depend on the children. She's so complete in her own way. So you have to plan. The only thing my designation will tell you, the only thing I learned throughout this, which is very, very outstanding, is you will become an excellent project manager. You have to project manage from the time you get up till the time you finish, what you're going to do the next day, next week, next month. You will know how to organize your entire life. And one thing that will keep you insane, 20 minutes in a day, you have to give it to yourself. You have to give an hour to your child, not studies, nothing. You have to spend that time with him, right? So with that, I think this is a small journey I wanted to share with you all. But today, I don't think any of you all, whoever you are, you need to grow up as a perfect, complete individual. Grow your children for accepting such families more and not question them. Yeah? Thank you so much.
Any questions, guys? Single parenting, relationships, issues. Come on, I'm sure there's some question. Ma'am, as a director, ma'am, as a management of a school, sure. Oh, that's a mom.
Say I have not been called, but then also I wanted to come
You are
to the
welcome.
stage.
That's what this stage is all about.
Yes, yes.
I hope more of the audience does that. Come on.
Yes. But actually, one thing I wanted to tell, all these years, I kept my children, your father is abroad, because they can't face the society. That's what I felt. Even today, even though when I go to the court or anything, I won't talk to them or neither I ask them, but they have a doubt because I have to work in front of all men. I am there. But I have to act. Yes, I have to keep a bindi. I have to show. I have to have a stoli. Because it is a society. But I was scared. But I was proud and I used to be very stubborn. So nobody has the right to ask me or anything. But I grown up my children to that extent. They have a father, some imaginary father, he is there. Both of them, they don't have initials. Her name is Hima Bindu. My son's name is Sharad Babu. He is also IBM. I got a daughter-in-law, I got a grandson also. And after the marriage also, in this ritual, I only stood as a mother, as a single mother, taking that Pada Puja. All my relatives knows. I was proud. But this moment, I am proud of my daughter. She is openly coming onto the stage and telling, I am a single parent. And she is telling her son also, you don't. I used to tell him, I used to think what to tell him because I am bringing him up. What to tell him? I should tell the same thing. But her mother has taught him not to lie, don't lie. And he tells, Dama, if I tell like that, I am lying, no. So I should not lie. So today I am proud of my daughter in front of the public, everybody. She told, yes, I am alone. I couldn't tell. This also, today only, after my journey, I am openly telling, yes, I was alone.
Wow.
Thank you.
Come on, guys. That deserves a... And that's the sunny boy. Come on, isn't it wonderful?
Yeah.
And this is exactly what you're talking about, is breaking taboos, breaking myths, breaking misconceptions. Yes, buddy. All yours.
Yeah. My mother is like the only single parent I have. I love her the most till my bottom of my heart. And also, like, when God is not around, God sends moms to be around. And mothers are a gift. Moms are a gift that no one could ever lift. Thank you. That's it.
Whoa. Keep the applause coming, people. Keep the applause coming.
Hima, just one thing. You have spoken this on at a stage in a school amongst parents. How important do you think your story should be as far as the school is concerned or the people around are concerned here?
Yeah, I think it's a misconception that school doesn't understand understand you, okay? It's a very bad misconception. There are coordinators, there are counselors who are available to understand this problem. So one way to help my child, yes, he did go through a lot of problems during his, when I was going through my divorce and all that. He went through certain emotional turmoils and all that. It affected his studies. The first thing the school asked was, where is his father? Right? That is where the fear started. Oh my God, will they blame the child and all that? For a year or so, I kept quiet. But then I said, no. It's important that the school and the parent work in partnership. And the school is supporting today. They understand the problem of the child. They give it more attention and they deal with the child a little differently. It's very important the schools, first of all, should not be tabooed that there are no counselors and they don't understand your problem. Please get out of that mindset. Be honest upfront. In nowhere in the law, in the court of law or your education system, anywhere it's written, a single parent cannot have a child in XYZ school. That is called totally demarcating a place for yourself. No, there is always inclusion everywhere. You just have to be a little strong, stand up, and don't feel guilty, okay? Everybody knows it. You may be with your husband, but you're still all by yourself. It's okay, right? So it's important that you work with the school with a partnership. That will help, right?
Thanks, Hima. Thank you very much.
Even my son, in his name, Sharad Babu, father's name, G. Lalita, my name is typed in the PSIT call. So, mother is there. Law says so. You have to accept it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.